NBA2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
And the Magic start out with the ball. A look at the Magic starting group. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Grant, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Clark, plenty of speed and explosiveness on display tonight. When you widen your lens a little bit, how do you think athleticism in this league has changed throughout the years?
Well, it has grown exponentially, Kevin. When you think about the advanced training methods, the knowledge around nutrition and rest and strength training, so beneficial to the athleticism that we see in the league. As a matter of fact, I question whether or not I would be able to play in this day and age based on the athleticism I had back in the 80s. I would have to really embrace that fitness and strength training to another level to play today.
Oh, I think you would have played in any era and been just fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure, though. These guys get after. They're bigger, faster, and stronger than any players of any era to date.
Here's Grant following the basket by Al Horford. Pass to Fournier. Here's Isaac. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Green, no luck.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. How to make those.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And there's a call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Gordon inside, working on Green.
Well, this is why Draymond usually makes the all-defensive team. Just a major disruptor out there.
And finished off by Horford.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here's Grant. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Celtics. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
McCaw kicks to Horford. Takes a 3. No good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Knocked loose. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates. We take a look here at Evan Fournier, mostly out there for offense, guys. Has a good deep game as he has impressive career numbers from the 3 line. For the amount he scores as a wing player, I think he's pretty efficient.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yep, he was on the money. That's the down.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
You know, and I go back to their low turnover numbers. It's not one of those stats that jump out at you, but trust me, turnovers kill you. And their ability to limit their mistakes has been huge.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Grant outside. He tries for 3. Orlando gets it back. That shot, no good. 3 on 3. And he slams it one-handed.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Grant kicks to Isaac, and there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to win.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though they missed it, I think they liked the shot.
That puts them in the lead.
Gotta respect the soft touch inside from Tatum now. He's not shy in looking for a shot. I mean, he's a shot hunter in the paint.
And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Draymond Green fourth.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
Deflects the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And a quick look at the numbers for Nikola Vucevic. He's getting around 16 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And there it is for him.
Tricky and crafty inside. Augustine had a unique ability to get tough shots over the defense.
Morris dishes to Tatum, and the shot goes in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Simmons, lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Simmons got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, I think it's essential that Simmons becomes consistent from deep. I mean, once this happens, everything will become a lot easier for him on offense.
Orlando's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pass to Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
Got that one up quick. 6 points for Jason Tatum. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. Well, Terrence Ross can be great at times, but consistency certainly has been an issue for him.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a vapor trying to grab hold of that consistency for Ross. One game he's great, the other game you don't know he's out there. This is a player that once had 50 points in a game, but has struggled to find that same kind of drive game. The game's outside shot has taken a nosedive a bit, as has his overall shooting percentage. Yet he's still relatively young, so this guy could bounce back.
And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Down low. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Off the inbound. He gets it in there.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
For the three. And no good. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Magic out in front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action at the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
And it's Irving with the ball for Boston. Trailing by 2. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Augustine and Simmons are the guard tandem. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. And it's Ross in at small forward. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Morris against Gordon, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Daniel Tice is checked in for Aaron Baines. Bamba kicks to Ross. That's a physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Augustine from outside. Here's Bamba, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Bamba's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Okay, well, let's go down to Dave Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Here's Irving. Augustine grabs the board.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The pass to Ross. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Al Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. The Magic also changing up. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Gordon. Evan Fournier comes in for Jonathan Simmons. And it's Jaron Grant in for Augustine. Inside, Hayward. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Hayward's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. And that'll be his third foul so far. Vucevic checking for Ross. Poke loose. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Grant the pass to Isaac. Here's Vucevic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not. It's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion. But he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
The first one falls.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. Celtics passing it around. Tries a three. Wanamaker misses. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger. But he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they let it fly from downtown. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That free throw, no good. And they feel down Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game. He can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
Here's Fournier. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Now, here's Grant. He's guarded close. Passes it to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Wanamaker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops. Yeah. I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
Now Grant following Al Horford's 3-point attempt. Knocked loose and stolen by Tatum. And pushing up, here's Boston on his foot. And it's whistle a kick. Orlando making some changes. Jonathan Simmons checked in for Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. Now a timeout called by Boston. Mark, one of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
Al Fournier, after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3-pointer. Outside for Simmons. Another miss by Orlando.
You know, he's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Ross comes in for Evan Fournier.
Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage battle.
Knocked loose. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. He kicks it to Vucevic. Shoots a fader. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. The offense seemed to struggle a bit early on. What did you see?
Well, turnovers killed us. It led directly to baskets, and then disorganized offensive play. We have a way we have to play against them. We got to stay.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors.
one half down, it was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 6 steals. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
That's all for now.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
They've got Horford. Marcus Morris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's McCaw in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And pushing it up, here's Boston. A huge slam, a perfect end to the fast break.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend a lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
The Magic trail by 7. Isaac kicks to Grant. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Boston. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Isaac. On Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCaw. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 5 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 8. Now here's Grant. Out to the wing. The baseline J. And he comes up with the deuce. Vucevic has got his first points in this one.
Impeccable form of Vucevic. I mean, when he's shooting from the mid-range, that's a shot that he's going to make more times than not.
Here's McCaw. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Now, here's Isaac. Defended by Hayward, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Gordon against Green.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start second half.
That's it, and the Celtics lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
To the middle, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. A spectacular play sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Horford no luck. Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from field. And Vucevic throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And Orlando making a change here. Bamba's checked in, and there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That will be foul number 5 on him. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And the change for the Magic. Simmons is checked in. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 5th foul. Terry Rozier's checked in for Boston. And the Magic making a change here as well. DJ Augustine's checked in for Grant. And stolen by Horford. Stolen by Bamba. And stolen by Horford. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Green with the ball. Lays up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Boston lead.
I'll tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Augustine dishes to Bamba. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. And Marcus Morris subbing for Draymond Green. And a switcher also for Orlando. Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
You know, after once paying to try out for a minor league team, Simmons has come a long way. And he's not done yet.
Morris with the bucket.
Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
The Magic trail by 5. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helped him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
And here's Augustine following Marcus Morris's 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He will go to the line to shoot 2. Daniel Tice is checked in for Jason Tatum.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Simmons pulls it in. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of the homestand.
I tell you what, total team player. When Simmons hits the open man like this, he adds value to his team.
Ross with the steal. Augustine up top. For the tie. Here's Bamba. It's tipped, and he gets it back. It's good. This game is all even. Bamba's got 6. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the 3rd quarter so far, just above 50%. Misses from close range. Ball stolen. The pass to Dice. Got it. Good job in the low post. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
He's off on the 2nd. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And the shot goes down. McCaw has got 6 in this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
But he recovers. Orlando moving the ball around. And the basket by Gordon.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Hayward comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Kyrie Irving in for McCaw. Orlando trailing here. Passes it to Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hayward, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Celtics making a change here. McCaw's checked in. That's good from Simmons. Al Horford, he's checked in for the Celtics. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Irving. He's got 5. This one for 3. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge. In a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
For Boston, they have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line. And he knocks down the first one.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, we're still in because you're getting stopped, all right? Let's get stopped, add good offense to this, and let's go. Here we go.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. On the court for Orlando, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Simmons are the guards handle. And it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. It'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Vucevic over Horford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, just a perfect shot fake from Vucevic.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Orlando.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Count that one from Isaac.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Magic leading by 5. Grant outside. Horford against Vucevic. Isaac kicks to Simmons. He dishes it to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Isaac. And here's Simmons for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is here. He has tremendous self-belief, especially in his shooting ability.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, it could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Grant against Irving. Grant surveying the D. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll start out on the road and play the Lakers in Los Angeles. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Nuggets, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Green, he's checking for Morris. Here's Green. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Grant down low, covered by Irving, and the layup falls. And the Magic lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And so Grant will bring it up for Orlando. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they'd be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Knocked loose. Gordon finds Grant. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Gordon with no one around.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to McCaw. Horford dishes to Green. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum passes to Irving. Now here's Tatum. He's tightly guarded and a missed late. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And stolen by Tatum.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze through and just couldn't get it done. And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
A floater. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Gordon. Gordon's got 12 points in just the second half. Irving kicks to McCaw. Grant against Irving. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And once he started feeling it, Irving just decided to make it his night. And he's done that in a big way.
Here's Vucevic. Rebounded by the Celtics. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Irving.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
The Magic trail by 5. Grant kicks to Vucevic. Back to Grant. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Tatum passes to McCaw from about 16. And again, it's Boston converting.
Hey, that mid-range game, I know everybody wants to shoot 3, and you've got to have it in your quiver. But the in-between game, that helps you become an all-around scorer.
And there's the pass to Vucevic. Draymond Green with the rebound. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
This is checked in for Boston. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. To halt the run, and it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, point where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Irving. That shot is good. He is 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And so here's Orlando. 9-point game. The shot's good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Here's Horford. And he drops it in from the low post. Horford got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Now here's Simmons. He's covered closely. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Simmons doing a nice job that time using his speed to his advantage and really good at drawing the contact on the drop.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. It's good.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K.